Fireflies. One last run. I'm stuck. In Paris. I need help. Like now.
Hi. Hello, everyone.
Hello?
Welcome to Leave the Tale. We have such a tale to tell you today. But before we hop into it, let's hop over to our wonderful cast members who have agreed to all this. So, starting first with Beholder to No One. What's up? What you got going on?
So many things. Hi, I'm Nikki, aka the creator of Beholder to No One, where we just released episode 8, part 2 of the Morning Blues D&D actual play. We also have discussions and one-shots, so lots of stuff going on there. But I will also be here again tonight for the Blue Rose game, so that's exciting. And I will be on the Lost Caravan on Sunday for Scum and Villainy game. So many games. Also, I'll be here more next week, but I'll put that in the later episode, I guess, or at the end. You're just slowly stealing my soul.
No regrets? I don't know.
Are we
all
supposed to
right.
say we're playing? I forget.
No, you're good. They have it right. It's Paladin, and cool. I'm sure Paladin will be introduced, especially during this episode when she throws this match. No doubt.
1000% what's gonna happen.
Maori Nerd, what's up?
Kia ora, I'm Evan, aka Maori Nerd on Twitch and Twitter. I do a little bit of streaming. I'm playing God of War at the moment while I plot in the background which RPG I'm going to run again next. In the meantime, I'm enjoying myself playing Horo, the super athlete, semi-retired, tracksuit wearing, sword wielding, knee hobbling, motorcycle riding, heartthrob. Yes, I said it. There we go.
Yeah, heartthrob. Yeah, I'm making more videos for Horo. Don't you just wait.
Oh no! What, from his OnlyFans?
I'm just gonna make an OnlyFans for the character. It's gonna be great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. And swooping on over to Potato. What's up?
Potato, hello. I'm Taylor. I am playing Coupe. I don't know where the art is compared to me because that's confusing.
Yeah.
But I play this game, but then also over on High Shelf Collective. That's where I do everything. Anytime I'm not doing my day job that pays my bills, that's what I'm doing. So go ahead over there. Got Mass Effect, Cyberpunk Red. Got some D&D coming, more coming. Red Markets, all sorts of fun games.
Yeah. I love High Shelf. Apparently, if you go there and you entertain them, you can just be on the channel whenever you want.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to just being like, I'm here now.
Yep. Yeah. Everyone go watch the Kill Slash episode that Mitch and then her friend Vic was in. Oh my god, it was hilarious. It's still up on her Twitch.
Yeah, I love that one so much. All right, Chaotic. How's your room? How's your window? Everything okay over there?
I did have to glance up at my window when you said that. I know. It's not likely, but it's possible. And my room is
People keep
perfectly
saying that,
clean.
but
Can't you see?
It is likely.
Can't you see my room? Perfectly clean. No, you can't.
have-
There's a green
You
screen.
have
so
all
you
of
will never
Paris
know.
behind you.
Yeah, Paris is my bedroom actually.
Yeah.
But
slightly dirty. I don't know.
Anyways, I'm Darby. I use she/her pronouns, and I'll be playing Digit. I think yes. Aha, yes, I've got it correct. Digit. Who is right here? Like, a dwarf matrix hack and e-girl. That's all I got. That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. It was brilliant. Everyone, thank you guys for coming. As always, we have some really cool shows and everything that everyone should be checking out whenever they can. Not only do we have Blue Rose later tonight, but we have Pugmire during the weekend run by Pope. And then we're back with Symbarum Monday. So all these cool things, just check out the website as well as our schedule. You'll see all the goodies, as they say. And also, I am super excited to have Addie in the chat who plays Nax. Yeah, it's really fun. Alright, today I am pecking-ish and running games, so it's just going to be a fun day.
I feel Nax is near. Nax is really close. We could...
We're almost
She's
You're like,
She's
Nax.
right.
so close.
We're Nax.
Nax,
if
call
you're
out
there,
to us.
Call to us.
Yeah, and one of my favorite things is that Addie and I talked about the character before the game started, so she knows the ending in the beginning, the middle somewhat, and so watching this character come to life has been one of the best moments ever. So definitely thank you, Addie, for hanging out and being our best friends.
Thanks for the emotional damage.
Yep.
Paladin, are you ready to throw this match?
Yeah, Paladin.
Oh,
need
God,
info.
fuck.
More like
Wrong-
throw
wrong
this dude
mission,
out the
Paladin.
ring.
Oh, we're in this club, aren't we? Oh no, it's not a club.
It's a club.
I mean, there are
slash
clubs
fight.
here.
Yeah, you just aren't allowed
Built
to
in
talk
into
about it.
arms. Into
Yeah.
arms, specifically. I am ready for whatever happens.
All right.
Probably
We're
that's a
gonna go
lie.
back in time for a little bit, as we do. You guys remember the junkyard you guys grew up in, the little secret hideout you built together with Nax, the little kind of TV-esque tree, just kind of all these TVs stacked on top of each other. That makes like a little tree in the center with wires hanging down, like auxiliary cords and stuff like that. Some of them actually connect to things, some of them don't at all, and some of them are a hazard to each and every one, which is just, yeah. But you guys are hanging out. Paladin, we'll say you got one of those MMA dummies. It looks like pretty much this it's got like a wig on its head, very long hair and stuff, and it has a katana on its back that you guys found with its blade broken and like a trench coat and everything. And like underneath it, Nax has carved like, you know, sorry kid, and just kind of like placed it there. But it's kind of good for you to just kind of be like, start smacking against. It's kind of where you started training all of this.
Yep.
I assume around now you still have your fleshy bits with your hands.
Yes.
I don't know, when did you decide to allow someone to take bits of you out in order to better your arms?
Probably once she was like 16 to 18-ish. Would be like the first surgeries that she got. She might have lost an arm and then got a cyber limb instead and was like, oh, this is so much better, and then upgraded the other arm to match, and eventually was like, what do you mean I can have bones made of titanium? Fuck yes, let's do that. That was like at 23. So just slowly kept upgrading.
Yeah.
But at this age, she would definitely be 100% all natural.
Yeah, before all the pain. Which is great.
Yep.
What's everyone else up to?
Probably like tinkering. Feel like very much like just kind of sitting over in the corner making some odd drone monstrosity that she hopes one day will like carry the little punching bag model thing. So then it's like a it's a challenge.
Do you have Vanna? Are you like prepping? Is this like the creation of Vanna, like the stages of it right here and now?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like this is probably when she first learns how to make like arms and things that kind of move, but as in like these little spider legs on this platform or something, you know? And so she's starting to kind of get it together. Probably has like the junky van that she found parked out there still. It's not in its
Yeah.
glory days yet.
Ah, the glory days. Before Vanna has accessed Craigslist, it was so simple back then.
It was so simple back then.
It all turned downhill after that. How about you, Glitch? Digit?
I think Digit is like off in a corner where it's like nice, found like kind of two wall partitions and pieced them together and like put like stickers on the background, and she's like streaming. Like, hi, welcome to my stream. Coming to you live from my studio, and it's just like playing some game while all this is going on in the background.
In the background, you're just like, ha, ha, ha.
It's super
I mean,
immersive.
it's
Small
gotta be like-
explosion.
Yeah.
It's Halo 8.
So it fits in, you know.
Yeah, or maybe you're on Steam, now owned by EA Games, and so it's just kind of
Don't do that to us.
all the
Don't say that's the reality.
How
Don't
dare
bring
you.
that evil here.
How dare you
I
put
mean,
capitalism in my fantasy TTRPG? My fantasy cyberpunk TTRPG.
That was the step too far.
Yeah, too far. Too real. Now owned by EA Games. And so yeah, it's kind of like the same regurgitated stuff. In order to have guns in Halo or to be able to punch things on Street Fighter, you need to like pay $15 DLC to interact with the game after purchasing it. And yeah, it's good times, Digit. You have some fans and everything. You could probably see the people in the chat. We'll just say that those are your fans. In the Weave the Tail chat, they're just kind of popping in on your little streaming gear. Hello, Digit. How are you, Horo?
Horo. Horo is outside, stretching, serious face, limbering up. He's marked out a track through the junkyard. And he's got the stopwatch, and now this is back, right? This is back in time.
Yeah, this is after all your jumps and everything, and the Furby incident.
Yep.
But certainly you are young and
Yep.
just a little
So,
kid.
Probably challenging Nax to a parkour race through the junkyard. Like we would have set out a course and just gone, 3, 2, 1, go. Sort of like handstanding over crushed car bonnets, diving through broken windows into rolls, climbing up, cranes and stuff, that kind of thing.
And it's
sweating.
It's almost not fair because Nax just has this ability to manipulate objects around her.
Right.
It just almost makes it very like cranes move to pick her up and throw her ahead, and sometimes she'll just straight up fly
Let's fucking hell, Nex, stop cheating! If you can't beat me by your natural ability, just go home. Just get out of here. I can imagine she
like
just
she
laughs in my
turns
face.
to you and it gives you like 2 middle fingers before this is all natural, baby. Before kind of like diving back into the pile.
Yeah. And I'll chase her and usually come second. Always come second, actually.
Always. And Paladin, as you're going up to this little little punching bag that's kind of like bobbing back and forth, and it's kind of repeating kind of this cocky, sorry kid, just over and over as you like punch it in the face.
Jesus.
I just am like practicing dodging and weaving and everything, like shadow boxing basically with it. And because sometimes the katana gets loose and does swing around, so I actually have to dodge it. But then I like punch it and I'm like, yes, I kicked your ass. Take that. Sorry, kid, you.
Like taping a knife
Getting
to a
really
Roomba.
into it. Like at one point I mentioned a name of someone who beat one of you guys up. And I'm like, I dare you to fucking kick somebody again.
And now we're back. Paladin looking over at this elf, who kind of resembles the punching bag you had earlier. In this steel cage, deep underground, this fight club of ghouls and spirits and runners. This place is dark. You hear the dripping and stuff, and a little bit of the stream hidden underneath the rock. The other cages around have been emptied as everyone is just kind of watching. Do you guys remember what they were saying? The cheer.
Were they just cheering Paladin?
Smite. Paladin Smite.
Oh, right.
That's the
Yes.
your little thing.
My hands are just like clenching up and like unclenching multiple times as I'm kind of pacing right now. I'm like, you can do this, it's okay, you can do this, you can just... What's pride anyway, but what's money? God fucking damn it.
Did you
And
just
hearing the
send
cheering
you like a
is not
gif?
helping. What gift do you send me?
Just a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Just thumbs up.
I send back the fire emoji with everything is fine.
So, along with this GIF, you hear something kind of underneath it, and each one of the Fireflies will hear it.
Lights on. Fireflies. I think I managed to establish another connection. And, God, I hope these work. In any case, it's good to talk. I stay silent most of the time. It's better to be. Nothing can be gleaned from you if you're quiet and hard-faced. Had to learn that from the best, though. Remember? When we used to spar? I was so terrible at it. I never wanted to do it. Running was my instinct. Fighting, it just wasn't. Truly the opposites of the same coin. Fight or flight. Damn. If I could run on the sky, I would have, in a heartbeat. But I knew we had to fight. I mean, as much as I hated it, I just grit my teeth and I bared through. Fighting was something that needed to be learned, and and especially so since I thought that we would be together forever. Always had to have each other's backs. Protect your runners. Protect your chosen family. I wasn't brave, not like that. But Paladin was. Do you remember? She took to it like fire to scraps of paper. She always tried to correct my form, and you'd think she'd have touched you roughly, but no. It was always gentle, always guiding. A natural teacher, really. I was simply bad at learning. My body just refused to move that way, no matter how I flung it about. But Paladin? Never. It was almost like a dance. One of flexing muscles, crackling knuckles, and explosive blows. I could have watched her fight forever. Until I almost did. In secret, of course. I would hear of her fights and find myself spying a time or two. But I don't know. Everyone had forgotten me by then. Everyone was different. And I was sure she was too. I couldn't bring myself to truly find her again and talk to her. I was just too ashamed, I guess. Hell, I'm ashamed now, remembering it. But I am glad I learned what I did from her. Really glad. It kept me alive all this time, and hell, it's still keeping me alive now. Maybe someone braver than me can tell her that I appreciate her and what she showed me. How to dance. I won't do it bravely and never like Paladin did. But I will dance until I die. Lights out. Max.
How fucking dare you?
Like I said, emotional damage!
Paladin is just like standing there and like tears are welling up in her eyes right now.
Yeah,
And she like quickly is wiping them away with her sweater.
You can almost see Nax in that crowd staring at you from just over the shoulder of this elven kid with his sword out in the cage where you're at. A slight smile on their face, just looking at you, proud, loving every minute.
I pinch the bridge of my nose, make sure that I don't look like I was crying, and take a deep breath before stepping into the cage.
For those above, Moon is just kind of smiling down. And this wicked grin on their face as they drink this milk-like wine, some of the white liquid dripping from his lip onto the ground. Paladin, are you ready?
Fuck no, but let's do this. Like, with all the sounds and all of the shouting and the voice of Nax in her head, she puts herself in a stance she hasn't been in a while. One that is more flow focused and less punch in the face focused. But she still puts her fist up, and she has made her decision on what she's going to do.
Yeah, you kind of remember going back how you and Nax, especially Nax, like you were always very professional and just good at fighting, but Nax liked to create all these super moves after watching Digit play these Street Fighter games online. And so, you know, like Shadowrun and like all this like stuff, like it is ridiculous. And she was never good at it. Often kind of falling onto the ground. But there was one move she said should be like your trademark move. As she kind of showed you how to do it via a combination of YouTube clips patched in together. And then also tried to show you, but was too embarrassed after falling down several times. But Paladin, what is a secret move? What is it?
It's actually one that doesn't involve a punch, surprisingly. She will watch them and wait for them to get closer, and she will. It's actually based off of a song, and she'll like punch to the left but like purposely miss, and then swing to the right with her foot and like kick him in the butt to knock him backwards a little bit, and then she swirls around him and then will if they don't get knocked over, actually push them over so that they're on the ground in a lower position. And when they stand up again, she just repeats until they get confused, and eventually she will just and in the end of it, she will just do this ridiculous spin thing and punch them directly in the face.
All right, you ready to make this roll?
Yep.
All right, give me close combat. You do get 3 edges because you are better than this person. The environment is one you're familiar with. Your equipment is better. You are better than this person in every way. And it's only here that you can kind of acknowledge that. Anywhere else, this person would stand supreme compared to you from a cultural, societal standpoint, financially as well. This is probably the last time you'll ever get to punch up in this regard in such a visceral manner.
Does that mean I add 3 to the modifier, or that I can reroll with a 3 edge?
It's up to you because you can either re-roll, spending some edge. Yeah, you can get exploding 9s. You can add some dice. And then if you haven't used your +3, you can
I have
that
not.
too. All right. Yeah, how important is this for you?
I'm going to make it one of the longest moves she's ever made. Like, where it's literally a full dance. With the final blow being the one as I look directly up at the jackass up in the floor and hopefully do the final blow. But we'll see. Six hits. And you said I have 3 edges?
Mm-hmm.
So with 3 edge points, what can I do? Can I reroll
Yeah,
Anything
you
that's
can
not a
re-roll all
success?
the failed ones. Not a success. Go ahead and re-roll those.
So that's 14 I can reroll.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 successes. As there is a
This
tear
man is
going down her eye
obliterated.
as she's just like, fuck you, and punches him directly in the face.
It's this beautiful moment that leaves everyone silent. The katana comes down. Hands reach up, grab it in mid-air, and just kind of snaps it in half. And then you kind of hear in the background, in between the soft milliseconds before you land this punch, the Paladin smite. And you can almost see just past him, Max kind of jumping in the air with like this huge thumbs up and a big smile on her face. But when the gentleman kind of hits the ground, just knocked out, blade flipping in the air and coming down and landing next to his head, just kind of etched into the ground. Max is no longer there. But you are with a lot of people who are saying your name over and over again.
Paladin smite! Paladin smite!
Paladin
Paladin smite!
Paladin smite!
Horo's cheering, and I'm just staring at
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
two people sitting at our table, like frozen.
It is doing the exact same thing.
I
Like, just awkward
My eyes are locked
smile
on
of
them.
like.
Yeah, like, it's like during this time, like, people are throwing underwear, and like, in the future, they just buy underwear. No one has actually worn this underwear. It's just like, you know, you just buy underwear so you can throw it at people when they've done something amazing.
Undy
And so
confetti.
like all of these things just kind of just fly through the air. A couple of them are like sponsored by Horo, banana hammocks.
Of
So
course.
of course.
In my
Your
team
manager's
colors.
very aggressive. Yeah.
How are the other two people at our table doing?
Oh, you're worried about the people next to you that you're close to?
Yeah, the
little
ones
bit.
who are like Paladin. You gotta throw this match, babes. Like
The really scary ones? Those ones?
the ones,
Yeah.
and you
In
know.
this moment, I'm
just
regretting
having-
not going to hang out with the redheads. I'm like, I should have gone over
Yeah.
Yeah, that felt like a much better time.
Yeah, they're like
And
at the
Horo's still,
bar,
like,
like
hammered.
checking each other's
Yeah.
glasses.
Well, Horo will crunch
Yeah.
down a couple of pills from a little bottle, put down his protein shake of mimosa and whatever else was in there, and sort of look back to Coupe and Digit and like catch your eye and like knowing look like, are we gonna fucking roll now or what's the deal here?
You give me this knowing look, and I give you this, are you okay? Like,
Just Horo's eyes are like black
staring
pupils
at the
moment.
pill bottle.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
you know.
like, Moon is gone, but Paladin's contact is still sitting on the couch, black dress, with this very thick, milky-esque rose wine, and she just has like this smile as she looks down at Paladin. You can almost see her mouth move a little bit as she kind of whispers under her breath at a girl.
I was
Well.
watching him specifically. Did I see him disappear? He just vanished.
Yeah, you know, if you ever watched Alice in Wonderland, the Cheshire Cat, with that smile and those eyes, and just kind of his physical form just seems to evaporate, leaving just that smile and those eyes looking at you until those two are just kind of sucked into another existence, vanishing.
She relaxes a little bit because he's not with her friends anymore.
Or at least that you can see.
Well, yeah, but slightly more relaxed.
Well, we should go down and congratulate Paladin. And Horo, I think, is feeling a little under the weather, so we probably have to vamoose really quick. But thank you so much for your hospitality, Tiffany. It was great to meet you and see, what Paladin has been up to these past many years. And yeah, we should get mimosas sometime.
Weren't we supposed to get information from her?
Yeah.
Yes, but Digit's shitting bricks right now.
I just leave the cage and start heading back up.
Yeah, people are like
I high-five
touching your
everybody.
arms. Yeah, as if it was like as if your arms could like pull them out of poverty.
Doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't.
I'm just constantly just gripping Horo. I've grabbed his hand and I'm death grip, just don't go anywhere. I don't know what state he's in.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. We need some information. We need
Yeah,
some info.
you Coupe, you see at the bar the two redheads kind of one of them pulls up an app on their hand. It says Grinder on it, and they're like,
Just turn away.
Perfection.
looking at each other.
I think she likes you. Did you?
Me? I'm pretty sure that was directed towards Coupe.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think she likes you, Coop.
It's kind of in that general area. Some other people are
One of
looking
you.
past you,
Yeah.
Maybe
I mean, you
Tiffany?
guys are
Damn.
kind of blurring together right now for me.
Yeah, it's if
think
they're
we
not
got
gonna
enough to
have
drink.
that piece, I'm gonna
Just wait.
I might
Just wait till my meds kick in. We good. We are super good. So good.
We're gonna be honest. Anyone that finds me on a dating site would probably not actually be compatible with me. That no truths are on there.
Yeah, it's your
Vanna
last
left it open
one
one day. I saw it.
On FetLife, you're a PhD studying biology. You have 3 kids. Yeah, Vanna likes to experiment with different Coupe
The
types.
drones.
Yeah.
I like a strat. If you cast your net wide enough, right? Right? No,
Exactly.
just me? Okay. You're gonna get a
alright,
bite.
Paladin,
Is all I'm
you're-
saying.
You're led up to the VIP area, and yeah, Moon isn't there anymore.
Woo, Paladin!
Hi, Paladin!
Yes! Up top. Nice work.
I'll give him a high
Yeah,
five,
you
and
got
I'm
it.
looking at Tiffany.
Ooh, awkward. Oh, my ear
I do give you a high five.
Oh, sweet.
Where did he go?
Oh, I'm sure. Somewhere nice. I don't think you need to worry. I have your payment. And she tosses a cred stick at you. I think he's just
I
a
take
little
it.
upset that he wasn't able to break you like he wanted.
It's gonna take a lot more than that.
I know. It's
And the
just
50G.
still very unfortunate. Yes, yes. All the money's in that data stick. Enjoy
Unfortunate.
it.
Why?
Well, if you were an easy person to break, it wouldn't take much. but because it will take a significant amount,
He's gonna keep trying,
tidal
isn't he?
waves. Perhaps. Really depends on his mood.
Do you know what he knows about me?
He knows what you care for.
She immediately tenses up.
So, you didn't come here just to beat some rich boy's ass. Though I can see it was a bonus.
No, we need access further down.
How further?
I don't think we're sure.
And for what reason?
I would know her to be trustworthy if I told her this, right?
Yeah, she genuinely
Okay.
likes you.
You remember the one friend that I mentioned before, a long time ago, that isn't with us
Mhm.
right this second?
Yes.
We believe she's down there. And we're getting her back.
Hasn't it been some time since you've seen this individual? Are they the same that you remember? Could you be looking back with a romanticized view of your childhood?
I don't care. I vowed I would protect her. And if that means I go and protect her now, even if she changed, I have kept my vow.
And what if it's too late, Paladin?
It can't be too late.
I
Just can't.
The one thing I enjoy the most about humanity is their lack of willingness towards the precipice of resignation. You convince yourself of anything to take steps away from it. I think it's nice. And I wish someday someone, or even myself, might convince myself of the impossible for the sake of another.
You have time.
So,
One last
Paladin.
question. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, please go. I'm more interested in your question than my ramblings.
Do you know a name of someone I can call to protect somebody? That's
I know
trustworthy.
some runners. Sure. And as trustworthy as any runner with the appropriate amount of money. They will fulfill their word and their job without any sort of traitorous intentions. Why?
Doesn't matter. I need to protect something.
All right. I'll have them contact you as soon as possible. You can set up the arrangement, or if you'd like, Paladin, I'll protect this individual myself.
Is that because you want to know?
I want to stay as close to this as possible because I find myself in awe at this cathedral that you've made. And I want to linger just a little bit longer, if that's okay.
Fine. And I'll say this and I'm gonna say this in as quiet as, oh God, I can't trust people. I'll text you the coordinates. Her name is Hayden. Keep her safe. Keep my kids safe.
I will. Nothing will transpire against that individual unless I am dead. I promise you this.
She doesn't know I'm a runner, or was a runner. I'll text her that you're coming. She'll probably talk your ear off about video games.
I have never played video games, but I will research this entertainment so that I don't appear inept.
Paladin takes a deep breath, and there are more tears coming, and she's very annoyed by this, but she's like, just okay. How do we get further down? Please.
You know, these little gems that sparkle from your eyes, I would not be ashamed of. I think before me is an individual of strength, and that strength persists with the tears.
Yes, but I'm fighting inside because if I just cause something to put harm to her, I will never forgive myself or him. Thank you for everything.
You know, this individual that you're chasing after, what is their name?
Max.
I thought as much. You know, she was always here.
What do you mean by always?
She would buy tickets, stand at the edge of the room and watch. Too shy to come to you before or after. She wouldn't linger till the end. I think she knew intuitively whether you'd win or not. And once she knew, she would leave. Curious one. That Max. Very special.
Yes. And I need to right a wrong. So.
All right. She looks at Coupe, Horo, and Digit. Is this something that you're willing to risk everything for?
Not much of substance for me up there. Kind of everything around me right now, so.
Digit, I wonder sometimes, when you breathe your last, will you look back at these statements and wonder if your life wasn't indeed filled with so many precious things that you would hate to lose?
I think the most precious things I let slip through my fingers once.
And grab Digit's hand too.
You know, it's easy to think that it'll just stay that way forever when you're a kid, and it didn't. So
It's something you have to fight for. Unfortunately, you only realize it's something worthwhile years afterwards.
and well, thankfully, we get this one chance, maybe. Not something often granted to people.
She pulls out a data stick out of her pocket and tosses it to Digit.
Can I crack it now?
I would say wait a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Go back to Junkyard. I'll make preparations so that you can go where you want to go. There's a train that runs underneath the catacombs, something that the corporates use to transfer, and I can get you on it. It'll be as close as I can get you, and it won't be easy, but I should have it prepared within the next couple hours.
Thanks. I'll go make sure that she's aware that you will be arriving.
Excellent. Au revoir, Paladin, Horo, Coupe, et Digit. She places the glass down and just kind of vanishes in a powdery smoke.
We have to go.
Back to where we said we'd always return.
I need to make a stop.
Yeah,
first.
the two redheads kind of approach Coupe and Digit at this point in time. They're like, "Hey, we've been throwing some major
Just, like, sobbing.
we're into it vibes. Oh God,
We saw your.
is this?
We liked your vibe from across the bar. And we... No.
Is this a bad time? Is
Yes,
this,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is a
yeah,
bad
read the room,
time.
read the room.
Read
It's
read
bad.
the room.
Okay, yeah, no,
friends.
I'm reading it now. I honestly, we don't know how we completely missed.
Yeah,
we
that's what
thought-
you do. Sort of hit on vulnerable
we
people.
thought you
That's
guys were crying
sick.
out of joy because we showed interest. That's on us.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
gonna take
tell
a
you
few
what.
steps back, but
If you give me your number, I'll pass it. I'll make sure they get it later if they're up for it.
yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
come on,
no,
Digit,
that's,
Coupe, Paladin. Let's get out of here. Got stuff to
throw
do.
the number over
Thanks,
at
I'll
you.
take that.
All right. Walk back
I'm tempted to take the
bar.
number and crumple it up, even though it wasn't handed to me.
Just throw it to spam.
Alright.
I will lead them back
Are
to
you
the
guys
door.
going back into the van?
Yes. Get out of this horrific place.
And Horo, you still don't look into the beyond. Yes, you don't want
Yeah, I'm gonna have a little peek actually. Those pills have kind of smartened me up a bit. Have a little nosy. Scan. I'm steeled. I'm a little bit numbed, but feeling resilient. I use my ability. Astral perception. I'm just gonna have a peek, guys. I'm just gonna have a little peek, crew. See what's in case we're being followed or something.
You're just gonna hold on to one arm while Horo's
Yes,
walking, just to make sure. Like, okay, buddy.
Eyes go black.
Yeah, there was this one point in time where Nax, it was probably the only time you ever beat her in something. There was this little coin machine at the porno video store across the street from the junkyard.
Oh yeah, no, well,
and you pull it down. Yeah, I feel like it should be called Wet and Wild. But you twist a coin, the little mechanism, and there's like a 1/6 chance of getting pics of the current athlete in very scanty clothes and everything. But there was a bracelet that Max really wanted, and it said "fuck yeah" on it. Just kind of in these Lucky Charms-esque cereal things. And she could never get it. She kept getting stupid stuff, like little jars of lube, and she's like, what the heck? And she'll always give it to Digit, maybe Digit can use it with her computers. Who knows? Or maybe
Digit passed it to Coupe. Here you go. For the drones.
There's a small box somewhere in the junkyard full of old lube.
Expired lube. Just
yeah.
But you see those Lucky Charms bracelets right now, just kind of almost wrapped around you in this hug.
What? Wow. How would this? She's here. She's
turned around.
Hell yeah. Is that Nax? And are you guys? You both see me and hear me, and as I do this,
What the fuck do you mean, Max?
I'm looking into the astral right now, and I see something that can only be from our childhood, and
Can people influence other people in the astral, or does it mean she's a spirit? I know nothing about that.
Horo, you would know that people with magical ability, probably greater than your own, can astral project, can move throughout the spirit plane and stuff like that. So it there's a possibility that Max is okay and just here. But there's also a possibility that she's dead.
I'm gonna try perceive really hard. Do I have to roll anything, or am I just looking around?
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Let's see what magic you can uncover.
Okay. So, ability to astrally perceive and follow the rules involved in doing so. I think it's just a perception roll now, isn't it? Or
yeah.
Okay.
Godspeed, Horo.
3 hits.
She is physically there enough, though you don't see her. The moment you turn around, she's gone. That kind of warmth that you felt on your back, and it's really, you notice more the
the lack of it now, and maybe it was there for the whole time you were down here. But now your back is just cold, your shoulders without that kind of comforting closeness. But beside Digit is this beautiful dark pair of legs.
Ooh.
Each one kind of over Digit's shoulders, as if riding Digit like you would, as if you were a kid.
I think I felt Nax's presence here. But Digit, I don't want to alarm you. There seems to be some kind of weird spirit legs on your shoulders.
Every time you look into the astral plane, you say, I don't want to alarm you. It's always bad news. It's like always.
Would you rather not
bad
knowing?
news.
Would you rather be ignorant and have this things?
Is bliss. Have you not heard that phrase?
Yeah, but what, they could be doing something to you right now. Those legs could be crushing you astrally.
What are they doing then? Are they just hanging out and they just
harder. Let me perceive them harder.
Yeah. You like look up and
your eyes?
it's just this black void of nothing with a smiling face and two little eyes looking at you. Its head kind of twists and then shakes back, and you kind of hear almost like a jingling of bells as it does, just kind of like.
Oh, like
fuck,
this,
I
like
think it's
those
one of those
Miyazaki
things again.
Ghibli things?
I think it's one of those distant astral realm spirits again, like we met this morning. Just give it a shrug. Just
Not today, Satan.
Yeah, it kind of looks at
If
you.
Nax, if
like,
this is you, I'm sorry.
and when Digit kind of shrugs, it just kind of like falls over and disappears down into the catacomb floor.
gone. Gone. I don't know why you. Have you got some kind of connection to these spirits that you don't know about? Are you actually quite spiritual?
I would hope.
From the chain email?
Oh
God,
yeah, you opened the chain email.
Oh no. Let's just go back to the junkyard. Horo, please, just keep. If anything else crawls on me, just tell me to shrug. I don't want to know what it is. I just tell me to shrug or like shimmy or something.
I feel like we have a lot of issues happening right now, and all of them are very big, and I don't know which one we tackle first, because you're going to turn into a creepy, dead, bloated thing. Paladin has a kid. Guys,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Cute to become a bloated corpse. Let's just leave.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on you. Don't worry. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I do need to make a stop. I don't know if you guys want me to just take a cab there and I can meet you back at the house.
No, I'm coming and doing security.
Okay.
Yeah, we stick together.
Hey Vanna, if I give you coordinates, can you make sure nobody follows us?
May I act with extreme prejudice against anything that would make my job difficult? There's been some parameters
Let's
that
try to
prevent me
not
from
make
going
a scene.
all. Coupe, as much as I love you, this is a Paladin and me conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Coupe, is
It's only my van. It's whatever.
Coupe, is this asking for permission to shoot people?
Paladin, what
Is
I'm
what?
asking is to have the same free will that everyone else here has to make mistakes and to protect the people that I adore. Specifically the person I adore. Everyone else is just kind of appetizers. Side dishes? What are those tiny things?
I'm gonna say
Tapas?
no.
There we go.
Hors d'oeuvres?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm gonna say no. Let's make sure nobody notices that we're there, because if we make loud noises and do things, that's gonna draw attention.
Okay, fine. I mean, I have stealthy methods of things, but I'm not sure. All right. GPS,
I don't want you to shoot anybody.
I'm just a van. All right, let's go. And the van like takes off down the street.
I'm following on the Suzuki. Whoop, 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 whoop.
All right. Is it
Trying to keep up.
or who had the data stick?
Did you?
Did you? Are you gonna play it?
Yes?
Can I hear this as well? I can hear you through comms, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in a Google
It's
chat.
opening like. Yeah.
Lights on. Fireflies. Or whatever is left of them. So I guess it's just me. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck this stupid firefly shit. Nothing matters. I'm tired of this. I want to go somewhere. I think I'm moving. Because everyone is gone. I'm tired of forcing myself to stay and wait when I'm the only one left. Stupid parents. Stupid kids. Stupid everyone. Everyone just moves away from everyone. Well, I can go away too. I don't have anything left. All I have is running. Lights out. Forever.
Is that the same data stick we heard, but not corrupted?
Who's to say?
Yes, it's data stick 4, but uncorrupted. I took notes. I took notes. This is data stick 4. This is data stick 4.
Yes, it is.
Tiffany! Tiffany, how did you get this?
The
Well,
van kind of interrupts you guys as she pulls up. We're here, and no one followed us. I insured it.
I don't even
Did you
wanna
guys
know what
want
that
dinner?
means.
Should I order like Grubhub or something? Are we feeling like Chinese Coupe, or should we go with like, I don't know, maybe? Well, what are those? What's that Canadian thing with like the gravy and the fries?
Poutine?
Oh, poutine.
Yeah, let's get some of that.
I'm equally feeling that and Chinese.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
What
let's
if we
get
did
both.
both?
Okay, I'll get both. I'll take it out of your 401. I think this is perfect.
Why don't I just give you some money for it instead of taking it out?
Yeah,
of
you
your
could just like
401?
use my bank account. You know, you didn't have to take
Yeah.
it from like retirement.
I also have like a middle management of a corporation's like bank account. I just have access to that, so we could just pull from his account. He's kind of a piece of shit, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, fine.
Right.
Yeah, whatever. All right, I'll order
I
it.
guess
Should
order
we
an extra
back?
plate. So we
Oh
need
yeah,
5.
of course. Good luck, guys.
So Paladin, how many
Mhm.
cameras do you need? How many guns do you need? How many biometric locks do you need? Do we need anything special to go over the windows? I literally can make anything. I have a lot in my
Is
shop
this-
currently, and I just point to the back where there's just like a cage door to the back part of the van.
This is just a normal fucking house.
So
I don't have anything. I was out for a reason.
I prioritized money and did not spend even half of it. So I will literally put a biometric lock on everything that can have a lock. I will put a window at every entrance of the entire thing, and then like a couple of hidden guns with like auto sights. You know, we're gonna put those auto softs on them for everything.
Is there?
Yeah, so
And then I guess we'll let you, them, Tiffany in, allowed to use the biometric.
Yeah. Well, can't ghosts just pass through the walls even with the biometric?
Yeah, Tiffany will be fine.
That's
and
true,
she'll
that's
probably
true, she's
handle
not
the
person.
the warding aspect. Because Coupe can protect against like digital stuff, but there's the astral and the
No, I can help with that. I can help with that.
Can you?
Because that guy's not normal.
But speaking of
Yeah.
which, there is an individual in Paladin's house. You can kind of see it from the street, like lights are on in your window, Paladin.
Do they look like the height that they're supposed to look like?
You don't see any like height or anything. It's just like almost like different vibing like colors.
I'll be right back. And I go to the front door and unlock it.
Let us know if you need anything.
I'm keeping comms open
Just
so
in
you
the
guys
back
can
of
hear.
the van. I've like opened the back doors of the van and I'm just like building shit. Welders going. Got my goggles on.
Yeah, like the van's little arms, which are these two little mannequin arms, are like, all right, let me help you out. I'll hold it for you.
Yeah, like keep this real still. Okay. I'm soldering things.
Okay. Here's your back scratch. Gotta keep it loose.
A little lower. Little.
Yeah, I got you. Like pulls out the saw. I got you. Get that nice and scratched.
Okay, that's a little much.
It's okay, I'm a doctor. Paladin, you can hear like the vibration, kind of like and as you open the door, you see your charge, as well as your next door neighbor, the older woman. They're just kind of dancing in their underwear with kind of like lights going on and like it's just
The
like
fuck?
and they both look at you like, oh. The older lady's like, okay, I'm done here. That's good for my aerobics this morning. How you doing, dear? How's it going? You should definitely talk to my little ones, okay? My two boys.
You should put some goddamn fucking clothes on.
It's too hot. I'm out. I'm too old to be wearing that stuff anyway.
Do not
Just
come
kinda
back
like-
in my house, please.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fair. We were just having, just vibing, and, as kids say, all right, I'm going to set up that date with you and my son, my eldest. He's a doctor.
No, it's not. No, cancel the date.
All right. No, it's all right. Google Calendar it. All right, see you later. We'll meet up. Just like closes the door.
I decline any dates I get that aren't the one I already agreed upon.
Yeah.
And right now, right now that's on a maybe because I'm freaking out. Hayden, please go get dressed.
Yep. Okay.
And then
she
come
goes
back out. We have company.
Puts on a hoodie and everything. It's very like pajama-esque wear as she comes back and like scratching her head.
As she goes away, I'm like, okay, it's safe to come in.
Everyone else coming in.
Yep, I'm counting exits, looking for weak points in the wall, fully evaluating everything.
It's like a small
Okay.
2-bedroom, 1-bath suburbia. That's not well built.
Lots of weak points. Lots of weak points.
Is there a
It's
window?
like middle quality. Median quality.
Yeah, you probably have like those very small rectangular windows. Yeah. with like bars over them.
Cozy.
Oh yeah, I did put bars. They do have bars. I forgot about that. I never opened the windows.
Smart.
Smart. Yep.
I'm gonna add alarms to everything that can open as well. I'm like making a list.
Okay.
When your charge comes back, kind of in a hoodie and everything, she kind of hands you a data stick, Paladin.
What's this?
I was just coming back from school, and I don't know, this guy gave it to me. I said it was for you.
I immediately tense up. What did this guy look like?
I don't know. It was. I don't know, like a typical dude, like, you know, face and hair and 2 legs and 2 arms. I wasn't really looking or paying attention.
So no like eyeballs coming out of his mouth or anything?
That's specific, but no.
Paladin, can I
Hayden,
have
I
the
like-
data stick real quick?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
just
Also,
gonna
for
send-
everyone watching, at 20 retweets, Digit gets possessed. So let's get to that retweet goal.
I'm gonna go redact my retweet.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
I'm
Boost
gonna
it.
unretweet this real quick. Hold on.
I would
Yeah.
like
Oh.
to check over this data stick real quick. Like, you know, checking for any viruses or any malware or things. I don't know tech terms, but Digit would. Techie.
Yeah, it's clean, like a recently Clorox bed with Scotch Guard.
It's not virus or malware. But hey Paladin, you should teach your child stranger danger things.
I
in
thought
the
I
future.
did.
It was just a data stick. Like, I don't know what. Like,
Honey,
Should
I
I
can
have
take
just
down a corporation
destroyed
with a
it?
data stick.
Yeah, I brought home a data stick once, and then my AI started talking back. So like, watch it.
fine,
Tech
I'm gonna
can
go.
be-
Okay, first off, Okay. Hayden, please meet Digit, Coupe, and Horo.
Oh, hey.
These are
Hey,
some
how's
of
it
my
going?
childhood friends.
Oh. I've never heard you talk about them.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. Not because I didn't want to.
All right, this sounds heavy.
Yep, it is. You want to get the
Should I
ice cream
make
out of
a-
the freezer?
Yeah. I'll get that ice cream. Yep. Cookie dough ice cream. Here it comes. She goes over to the fridge.
I always have to have cookie dough ice cream. Digit, what the fuck is on the data stick?
Let's crack that baby. Crack it open, baby.
Let's crack it open.
I've still got astral perception, like
Wow.
staring at Digit.
This still works.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd be back here. I guess I didn't have a choice, though. Like I've always told myself, all I have is running. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't think. I don't feel. I just let my feet take me. And here. They took me fucking here. With all this old junk. No one's been back, I can tell. Everything is how I left it. And no one came back to care. Fuck. I really was the only one who cared. Now you hate that I still miss those idiots. I really do. God damn it, I just...
We were just on her trail. She's bound to be in her little hideout.
Shit.
The redhead is up there!
They're already on me.
Circle the area.
Fuck.
Close her in.
Okay, where is it? Where is it?
Climb up that
God
bed.
damn it, where is it?
Spread out! Around the building!
Shit,
Keep your
come
eyes
on.
peeled.
Come on, I swear it was in one of these drawers.
Well, hello there. Pretty little runner.
Well, hey there, handsome. Wanna fucking dance?
The fuck?
When was that data stick recorded?
Not too long ago. It seems to kind of coincide with what you guys learned was like the last time Nax was back at the hideout.
Did we recognize that voice?
Let's make a roll.
Oh.
What's that? What? What?
You got the smile on your face when you
Yeah.
said that.
Go ahead and make a logic test. Just a logic one.
This is everybody, right? Because my logic is shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
everyone.
Oh, sick.
And remember,
Perfect.
20 retweets.
Nope.
Can I use
Can
my
I
other
use Edge?
3d6?
You can use your 3D
Crit-
shirts. Oh
using
no,
3D6.
Horo, critical glitch. Why? Why?
I'm gonna use my edge to reroll.
I will also use my 3d6. I don't think I've used them. Okay, so a total of 3. Do I need more? I'll spend edge to get more. What do I need?
2 successes.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You guys are good. Yeah, this is just remembering back in the days when you guys used to run. There was a particular individual about your age. And it almost feels weird because this person raised so many red flags in your life. But you're now just remembering it. This kid used to pick on you all, him and this group of kids. Pushing Nax down for relying on the Paris welfare system.
Is that the first kid I ever beat up?
Yeah. You kind of remember. I think it's how you met Nax.
Sounds right.
You were the first time Nax saw a hero. But this individual, you remember seeing them on the news years ago. Killed 20 individuals in a single night. Slipped into their room, cut them up. He had such a meticulous precision that most of them didn't die
till several minutes afterwards. He always had an eye for Nax. As if there was a personal vendetta against her, a crusade. He had been to prison several times. Soon after the killings, the government, because the corporations didn't really care, decided to do something, and he went to jail. Eventually, they put him to death. Electric chair.
And
How the-
that sentencing happened long before this recording would have happened.
Correct.
How is he alive?
I don't know.
Maybe he was connected enough they faked it.
Oh, if they
'Cause apparently he
faked it,
has a
there might
whole
be some-
team. You heard other voices in the background.
He's rich enough to have
yeah.
connections. He's rich enough to have a team.
He's rich enough to leave a trace somewhere. Can Digit start trying to wheedle some information off the Matrix?
Of course. But first let's deal with Horo's critical glitch.
Kind of hoping you forget about that.
I mean, it was just to remember something, so
I know, right? In any other circumstance, we would have moved on, but this is special, and you're special, Horo, especially to me.
Mom keeps telling me.
You're gonna take 4 stun. As a little bit of blood starts to drip from your nose,
Oh, shit! Look at that.
and you kind of remember this little kid. He used to sing a very particular song. It's kind of like, time is on my side. Yes, it is. He used to hum it, sing it. You would hear it right before he would ambush you in an alleyway. He desperately wanted to break your knees several times to keep you from getting anywhere. But as your mind is kind of, it's almost like the stab or a finger slowly going into your ear, a pain that shoots through your head, you kind of think, when you were coming up in the hallway, that old lady was also kind of humming that little
What's happening?
Horo, are you okay?
No. Who the fuck's that old lady in the hallway?
What?
Old lady in the
Can-
hallway?
Remember this little old lady
Would
in the
I
hallway?
recognize
Come.
from where we just were? From underground?
No, just in this building.
Can
She's
Digit
playing a song.
peek out a window?
My neighbor?
Is that your neighbor? Are you sure that's your neighbor?
I described my neighbor.
It's your
Is it her?
neighbor. Yeah. Digit, what were you saying? You're peeking out the window?
Yeah, can she like just like peek slightly? She's like starting to like go for her gun. Just like
Yeah, some
anything out there?
Oh, it's fine.
I patch into
Bridget.
my cat.
Everything. Yeah, everything's on the outside. It's normal. It's fine. It's a average day. Lights going out as Paris goes to sleep.
I just had some kind of a memory that I thought I'd suppressed from a long time ago come back, and
What kind of memory?
it was
Did she do something to you?
not that face, not her face, but the bully from my childhood was singing a song, that song that she was singing. You sure that's her? I feel like I'm losing my fucking mind.
It looks like her,
Maybe
so
I'm just-
I don't understand why the fuck she was in my house. The kid knows
What the
better than
fuck
what
is
I
in your
know.
house? I need a glass of water.
And she was naked. They were both naked dancing. Don't fucking know why. That's a big red flag no-no that
That's
I've had
not normal.
discussions
That's-
about.
Is there a way
normal,
to
isn't it?
scan for any electronics like hidden cameras, microphones, anything in Digit would like
Oh
to
yeah, I have a
switch-
bug
change
scanner
gears
on
real quick.
my.
Yeah, we're getting
Okay.
we're getting a good old
You
bug
guys are
scan
like
right
going
here.
around and
Yeah.
stuff. All right, go ahead and roll.
Yeah, I
it.
got a bug scanner, mad scanner. I'm scanning the shit out of this place with my little hornets.
All
Paladin,
right,
can I
how
get
do
a drink
how
of
do I
water? Can I
roll?
just get a fresh wash and I have to throw my
I
head in
bring
the
you
shower or
some-
something?
I bring you some migraine pills and water.
What we roll?
Thank you.
Oh,
Fuck.
for the scanner, why don't you do an electronics roll?
Okay. Three. Thanks. For nothing.
Three's good. Yeah. Why you fronting? Coupe, are you?
I
making
have
those
11 die and I rolled 3
Yes.
successes.
You need more die. You need 20 die.
I mean, I
Okay,
did
so
that and I
it's
had 6
electronics
ahead of your roll.
plus logic. Does it always already add
Yeah.
logic if I hit electronics? Okay,
Yeah, it should kind of
only
confirm.
one
There you go. All
on
right.
that one. Oh, and then I also have the other one that does the mad. So
oh yeah, your
magnetic anomaly detection. That's like weapons and stuff. I don't know if that would matter, but
it probably definitely still go with kind of hidden bugs and stuff. You guys are moving about, and I want you each to roll a d6. The lowest one gets a surprise.
oh no.
No,
That was ex-
One. I don't like
Oh
it.
yeah!
Oh, no.
All right, Paladin,
Did-
you were looking too.
Was I? I didn't roll.
Weren't you looking? Oh, I thought you did with the Oh, that was just remembering.
That
Okay,
was
so
from-
it's just.
that was-
Oh yeah, Digit. Digit.
Yeah, what's up? How you doing?
Good, I'm doing great. So you guys are spreading out and everything to check for bugs under kind of this this creepiness. You know that feeling when you know someone has been in your house, but you can't quite understand the reason or what they touched or what they messed with. It's almost like a violation, and it is. Digit on all fours, kind of looking under the refrigerator in the kitchen. You hear that song.
Does Digit have an association with that song? Because Horo didn't hum it. Right?
I don't think he did, but why don't you give me a logic test, and we'll see if it starts to creep into your mind.
Also, where the fuck is my kid? Because they were in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, where is your child?
The fuck?
Where are the chitlins?
Digits got gun out now. Like
Gonna-
consequences
goddamn
is it's gonna roll out of the bag. Like
Sounds
Yeah.
creepier.
what the
You
yeah. Just... I've got
you
big
kind
scary
of
dog energy.
are remembering some things, Digit. And it's weird to have forgotten this. I mean, this whole evening has been kind of weird, but it's almost like waking up from a dream and several days you remember exactly what that dream was about, even though hours after the dream you couldn't really remember anything. You remember this kid staring at you. He never picked on you. He never made you feel ill. But just watched, and he would hum. And every now and then you would get an email. Sometimes a picture of you. Sometimes a picture of Nax. It was always accompanied by that slight hum when he used to stare at you. And sometimes even you would hear it while you were sleeping. You get up with your gun. You look around the kitchen. It's just Paladin's charge. Cutting up a sandwich. Digging out some ice cream into a bowl. Back to you.
I was about to murder.
Is Paladin's charge the one humming?
Mm-hmm.
Digit will put the gun away. Hey, kid, where'd you hear that song before? Did that kid respond to what I was saying at all?
She kind of pauses and turns around, knife in hand. Just something I picked up. Did you? Is anything the matter?
Can I insight check this child? I don't trust this
Yeah,
child
you
anymore.
can. What?
What do I need to roll for this? Is this just intuition?
Yep.
Can I hear this conversation in the other room?
Yeah, it's kind of like soft. Yeah, you
How
can
much
use
edge
that.
can I? How much edge do I need to utilize for reroll?
I believe it's 2 or 3 to reroll all fails. Do you guys remember?
3.
3. There
It's
you go.
3 to reroll
I'll
everything.
use 3. I'll use 3.
Damn it. Do I get a bonus because I know my kid?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get a +2.
Well, I mean, I rolled a 2 as well. So, what we got?
Just perfect. Perfect.
Does this feel like a child? Is this actually said child?
No, it's not a child. It's not a child at all. Looking at its
Gun.
eyes, there is just kind of this darkness, like staring into the ocean in a midnight. A slight smile, a curve of the lips that you can almost see a little bit of teeth behind. And that knife is clenched a little bit too hard. That's that little humming.
Digits pulling out the gun and pointing it. Who are you, and what have you done to the kid? And she's gonna say this as loud as she can.
I
I'm
rush
just
into
making a
the kitchen.
sandwich. Why are you pointing a gun at me, Digit? I don't understand, Paladin.
You are not Paladin. I swear.
I heard her humming too.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you learn that song?
Just heard it from
My
school.
big cat comes walking in the front door.
Vanna's like, "What up?"
Something's going down.
Why don't you
That's the
ask
song
her?
I heard. That's the song I heard.
Yep. I.
Hayden,
My head.
tell me something that only we know. What's our secret? What's our secret?
What is happening?
I'm just so scared, Paladin. I mean, can she not point the gun at me? Is she gonna shoot me?
Focus
Can I
on me.
walk and see if I can see where Hayden's bedroom is? Like guess and
Mhm.
kind of like peek in while there's
It's
having their
covered in like a
standoff.
do not enter with like cross tape on it.
Very obviously
Yeah.
like a
Like-
teen door.
Yeah,
Yes.
like get the fuck out.
Never trusting children in a TTRPG again.
I'm like inching
Uh,
close enough so that I could react if something were to happen. Because like I
Yeah.
am torn as fuck. Like I know something is off, but
Yeah.
I see my kid in front of me.
Coupe. Going into that room.
Mhm.
Vanna's following you as this cat. Van's like, so I know this is probably a weird time for it, but can we review your schedule this coming week? What are we doing this weekend? Because there's two redheaded people who inquired about you.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna just cancel all appointments
Okay.
until we find Nax.
Coupe.
Like put me on do
Fine.
not disturb. Out of office. Busy.
Okay, but I'm gonna put a pic of
It's
you
serious.
in maybe a hot tub. Would that keep people interested? I'll think about it.
You
Maybe
use
your
your
head on
best
top
judgment.
of Henry Cavill from like The Witcher.
Oh yeah, do that. Definitely do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Perfect.
Let's see if there's a kid in here or what's going on.
Oh, there's nothing living in here. I already checked.
Look through the door.
Yeah, it creeps open, and it looks meticulously clean.
That's not normal.
Books
That's
are-
not a teenager's
Yes,
bedroom.
books are
That's
Yeah.
how they
organized.
leave.
Hey, Vanna,
Your heartbeat is
No.
rising. Are you... What's the word? I'm trying to differentiate between aroused and scared, and I feel like...
this is
you're
scared.
feeling some
This is
clarity.
definitely.
Ah, got it.
This
All
is
right,
definitely
all right,
scared,
registering that now. What's up?
So I have my little this guy that can look for cameras. Can you like fly around the house and see if there might be like street cams at gas stations, something that could have caught what's been happening at this house?
Yeah, I mean, I looking around. I don't think there's anything pointing to this room, but sure. I mean,
Yeah,
on the
outside,
way and
outside.
stuff like that. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
actually, I'm already in. Beep boop.
Cool.
Yeah, it was. Paris has like no security. Like they're still using numbers and characters and stuff instead of like fanfic, right? It's so weird.
You gotta put a whole fanfic.
That's the
into
weirdest
that.
sentence.
I'm gonna pretend I know what that means, Vanna. You cover my security for a reason.
Yeah, I got you.
Because that's not Paladin's kid. And I don't know if there's someone in the kid's body or if the kid is not here and this is something else. And I want to see if the cameras maybe showed people coming, going, anything here since Paladin's been gone. Yeah.
Oh, you're really terrified.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
all of this
Yeah.
could just turn into nothing. That's sad.
You saying it makes the situation worse. Hearing it out loud.
Sorry. Okay, hold on. Everything's fine. Everything is a-okay. Oh man, sunshine and rainbows out my butt. Let me look at this. Did you want me to make everyone smile in the cameras too?
Nope. I want to see it as it was recorded.
Okay, sure.
Whatever it is.
You
Yeah.
can, like, you know, plop it out. You see like people coming and going, and you see Haiti kind of approach, and she seems like busy on her phone. Why don't you give me a perception?
Okay. One of these tabs is my character sheet. Visual, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, 3. Out of 9.
Oh, that's perfect.
Not a bad ratio.
Yeah, it's subtle. But a man bumps into her shoulder. She looks down at her phone. She puts it away. And then she looks right at the camera. She stares at you for a few moments, smiles, and then steps into the apartment.
The man. Was the man recognizable as?
You only saw his back, but he looked like a business elf, just kind of like a decent suit. Definitely not someone like high up. Like it was definitely like hand me down. But when he bumped into her, he kind of like looks around, confused a little bit, and he pulls out like his phone, and he like, it looks like he's trying to like figure out where the hell he is, before like an Uber comes to pick him up a couple minutes later.
Over comms, I just kind of like whisper, hoping, being in another room, this thing doesn't hear me. I'm just like, hey, heads up, definitely still your kid's body, but someone bippity bopped all across town possessing people to now be possessing Hayden.
What was the
I was
name
hoping
of the kid
maybe
who
this
bullied
like wasn't Hayden and like this was something else, we could just kill it, but it's definitely still their body. Just heads up.
What was the name of the kid who bullied us? And bullied our friends, and Max particularly?
You guys don't remember his name.
Can I try and
Remember
quickly
from
pull up?
what, from the news?
Yeah. Pull up any news article?
Yeah. Even.
It's like it's been redacted or erased.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's creepy. Wait.
Jenny!
I need to try something. Oh, sorry. You go.
It's you, isn't it? That's why Hayden had the data stick. Because you had it.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. You're scaring me. Pointing a gun at me. I don't like being scared.
You're...
Hayden.
You killed
This
20
isn't
people,
Hayden.
didn't you?
What? I would never do that.
Not Hayden. You pulled your name off of everything.
That's impossible. No, you'd have to make a wish for that to happen. Wishes are hard to come by.
Not impossible.
Or have lots of money.
A wish is lots of money. And one day I am going to make a wish. And me and Paladin, we're going to go someplace wonderful. Someplace safe.
You aren't Hayden. Get the fuck out of her body.
Why am I not Hayden? She kind of has
'Cause you're
like
not-
this little knife.
Because you're not
She taps it
acting
on her
like
cheek.
her. I go to grab her wrist.
Yeah, you easily can like with your hand, like just like in her hand, it cannot
Oh.
move. Not in this
Mhm.
like this grip that you have.
I want to cast a spell. I want to
Maybe
over the shoulders.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I'm gonna.
Hayden's
what are you
not
doing,
thinking
Horo?
clearly right now.
I'm casting a spell. I'm clutching
All
onto
right, let's do this.
my necklace, and through the pain of the nose, my nose is dripping quite quickly. It's like, and I'll cast detect magic into the room in front of me. First of all, does my astral perception see anything in there?
I'm glad you asked. Go ahead and roll perception. Let's see what you see.
Okay. 2.
Excellent.
Do I need edge, or
There's
is
a
that good
weird-
enough?
No, that's good enough. Like I said, it's good enough. You're confident in your abilities, Horo. Staring at this individual,
I'm shitting bricks right now.
there is the face we present to everyone, and then there is that secret face just behind the flesh. And you can almost see it whenever you meet someone the longer you stare at them. Especially you, Horo, with your gift concerning the astral and the many energies that govern life around the whole world. There are strange and wondrous, dark, horrific things that you have yet to even explore, but that's not for you. Staring at this person now, you can almost see that smiling face just behind the flesh, almost like this creeping dread, like little things wriggling underneath the flesh, staring back at you, knowing you've just seen them naked.
That is not your child.
Get
That is evil.
What?
the fuck out
Do you?
of my child.
I see you. I see you.
What?
What do you see, Horo? And why does it scare you? Do I scare you?
God damn.
Anything living should be scared of what I am looking at. Anything that loves should be scared of what I'm looking at. You're an abomination. Get out of that
Says
You
house.
the
should've-
sellout.
Fuck you. You don't know the choices I
Do
had
you
to
know
make.
how you make a wish, Horo? It's a very careful process.
You tell me.
See, I know where there's another stick, and I would love to show you that stick. The last moments, the screams and wails.
Don't you fucking dare.
But what are you gonna do? Are you gonna punch me? Are you gonna beat me, Horo? Oh,
No.
you're not. There's nothing you can do. I'm going to find her, and I'm going to make my wish. And the place is
You don't
already
have
go.
her. I.
We won't let you.
She got away.
Yeah, you even got her.
You want a piece of her? I've been saving it for you.
Piece of her.
Want a piece of her? Huh?
Yeah.
She's like biting her lip. You see a little bit of blood is drawn.
Wiping the blood from my dripping nose.
Keep hurting Hayden, and this conversation ends.
I'm sorry. I'm just
You
so
wanna-
excited.
You want to play this sick game,
Hold out your
and
hand.
there's going to be some things.
Hold it out. Do it.
Digit will stick out a
Do
hand.
it.
And she'll kind of regurgitate this half-eaten ear into your...
Oh.
Mm.
You should have died in that
Wash your
electric chair.
hands. Something died.
Then I will take great pleasure in rectifying that mistake.
Digit. I don't like it when you're uppity. I don't like it when your confidence overshadows your ability. I don't like it when you think you can do stuff. You're just... What was it back in the early 20th century or 2020s? What is it? Influencer? A nothing? A grab for attention?
At least
I don't
I'll
have to do
last
anything to you,
longer.
Digit. You won't. You won't last longer than me. Oh my god, Digit! Don't you understand?
Can I
Oh, there's
stealthily
nothing
message?
more I could do to you, Digit. There's nothing. Go ahead, Paladin.
Can I stealthily message Tiffany with 911 possession?
Yeah, she's like, I'd be there in like a minute. I was actually getting froyo, so I'll be there.
They're in my child.
Got it.
There is nothing you can say to me that will ever hurt me. I don't care what you think. I don't care what anyone in the world really thinks. We will find her before you will even get close. And you're never going to get what you want. Your wish will have been wasted, and no one will remember you at all. You're nothing, you never mattered, and you never will. And I don't care what I have to do to make sure that becomes reality. You can make a wish for sure, and so can we.
She looks at you and she starts to shiver, then she kind of collapses on the ground holding her knees. Paladin, why is she yelling at me? I don't know why. Where am I? God.
Does this seem like the real Hayden?
Is this did
Yeah.
Hayden's demeanor just change?
Mm-hmm. Horo, you're still looking.
Sorry, yeah, absolutely. Staring, shaken.
Yeah, you can kind of see the little wriggling underneath the skin, as if something was crawling, slithering out through the eyes, and then drifting and forming kind of to her right. Smiling face, dark
Is it
shadows
out of-
with those two.
Off the
Yeah,
body?
it's out
Out
of-
of the body?
Yeah.
I fucking attack. Gun, pistol, sword.
So, there is one thing you do know. You are looking into the astral. You, in order to affect a spirit, it either has to come into the physical, or you have to go into the astral. You're seeing into another realm, but you aren't actually there, nor will your bullets be able to travel into it.
Okay. I would know
The real
that.
question is, is A, can you get to the astral, and B, do you want to at this point?
Okay. Let me just... So it says, under astral perception, it says, you gain the ability to astrally perceive and follow the rules involved in doing so. You are dual-natured while using this power and can attack astral forms. So...
Well,
I
me.
would-
Make the attack! Let's roll with it!
Yeah, so I'm gonna go, it's out of there! Slash. Goodbye.
I will dive and cover Aiden.
Just
how
gonna
does
roll
The
that
cat does
work?
too. Just like stands over. Metal body taking the bullets that ricochet.
How close are we to 20 retweets?
I know.
Three away.
Sorry. I really
let
want to
me
see
read
that.
Are you gonna just? Are you gonna just jump the cow and just have her get possessed?
Nah, I'm not gonna. I wouldn't do that to you.
7
No,
hits.
there's plenty of beautiful things that aren't that.
2 retweets away. Anyone want to retweet?
Net 2.
What's that?
You got net 2, so you add 2 to your damage.
Oh, okay. Where's the damage again? Sorry.
No, it's cool.
Oh, it's on it.
It
Oh, it's over here. It's over here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that's... And... 2... Did something roll?
I didn't see it roll.
Oh, what the heck? I click that. Modify 2. Oh.
Oh, there we go. Oh, okay.
Oh, did it roll it twice in a row?
Yeah, we'll just go with the
Right.
first one. All right with that. Okay, cool.
We're at 20.
We're at 20.
God damn it.
Oh my gosh, and there's a loose spirit in the room with us. How-
I know, right? Like,
how
look at that
convenient.
shit.
No.
I don't know, but this is a beautiful moment. Wonderful, gorgeous, as the fridge is
I'm gonna
torn
put
the
a
fuck
Lucky
up.
Clover sticker on my face. We're just gonna.
And you see in the astral that this thing gets shredded up and it's like tearing into worms. You see like little bits of it falling to the ground, splattering in the astral and almost making these little rippling. Smoke comes out of your gun. Like it's a moment.
Feel
Horo,
good about this.
make a perception.
I'm sweating. I'm so nervous.
2 hits. Die, fucking freak.
You did it. You are the hero of this story. You have killed the thing. You've defeated it.
Yes.
There is no more.
Hey, I think I did it. I killed that thing. It's gone. It's just
killed
worms. And they've gone. Is everyone okay?
It can't be that easy.
I know, I'm surprised.
Is that Axe's ear? What the fuck is happening?
Please get me like a bag or something.
Yeah. My like drone just comes and like grabs it, the little like samurai guy, and just holding it like. Put it in like a little bag, zip it up. Is Hayden okay?
I'm checking on her.
She's kind of shivering, and this is when Tiffany shows up. She looks around. Sorry for being late. I didn't think it would happen this soon. Paladin.
What would happen?
I said that's something bad. I suggest go find what you're looking for. I'll protect her. I promise. You can trust me.
Whatever it is, it's bumping into each other. Or would you have shared that actually?
Yeah. It's like they just touch each other across town to here.
I understand. Don't worry, I can see these things.
Is it really gone right now?
Looks like it. I don't see
Can we
anything.
keep it
but
away?
Great, because I'm tired of things existing in our spaces.
Never dealt with this. I don't like any of this.
Hayden,
Been a day.
this is Tiffany. She's gonna watch over you. I can't explain right now. But do not talk to any strangers. At all. Do not leave this house. Do not leave Tiffany's presence.
Right, I just feel so tired. I'll go to bed if that's okay. Take a nap.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, can I do a
Fine.
bug scanner in her bedroom and everything again too? Or would that have been included?
That would have been included, yeah. She
Awesome.
doesn't have anything
Okay.
in there.
Okay, I'm gonna help. If that thing came in here, like a dual astral possessed person, I'm gonna block the door. I'm gonna make sure no one else comes in.
Don't worry, Horo. I'll put up wards. You've done fine enough in the physical. I'll handle the spiritual from here on out.
Can I insight Tiffany, please?
Of course.
Just to be
Oh,
sure.
yeah, I'm not. I won't be.
I'm
I'm not.
on-
I don't, this
I'm
is a
on
complete
edge.
stranger to me as well.
2.
She is scared for you and for each of you.
Okay. I'll
But
leave the
nothing
apartment. I'm gonna go.
malicious.
I'm gonna check. I was like, I need to get something. I need to check where that old lady was that's whistling the tune, because it's
What?
contagious. If
Why
they're passing
don't
on
we-
to each other, I'm just gonna go look outside. Just give me a sec, and I'll go out, and then I'll turn
Why don't
around
we
and
get
I'll
back
put
to the van?
Yeah.
before anyone leaves. I'll put mana barrier on the doorway while I'm outside.
Excellent. Just kind of
When-
shivering
I've
in the
been-
astral.
I have to do like a
When the
deep,
neighbor left,
drain.
Yeah. Go ahead, Coupe. Go ahead and make
when
that
the
roll, Horo,
neighbor
and
left,
Mhm.
did she seem confused or no?
Like she was
Yeah,
confused on where she
looking-
was when she left.
Looking back, somewhat. Yeah, she definitely felt out of it, as almost like she woke up from a dream.
Drain. Was it drain button? Oh yeah.
Top of spells.
Oh yeah. Oh. Oh no. Can I use edge to get over my drain? Drain's 5 and I've only got 3. So I mean, that's not good, is it?
Well,
Do I
that, yeah, I mean that lowers it to 2 drain, so not too bad.
It's 2 stun damage.
get
Yeah.
2 stun damage? Have I already got 4 stun damage from?
Mhm.
Did you say earlier? 6 stun.
Yeah.
Oh, what does that? What does that do? Can you explain to me what that does?
Yeah, it's kind of you feel yourself drained as bits of yourself go into this spell. Sometimes you can kind of prevent it, but it's almost like running a mile. And sometimes you breathe correctly, and sometimes you find it difficult to because you push
Okay.
yourself a little bit too much.
Right. Okay, so a bit of right. Shit.
And a little bit of blood comes down your nose once again, just on your lip.
Ugh. Fuck.
You guys headed out.
Yeah.
In the van?
You guys step down the stairs and head out to the van. It's dark. A little bit of the lights shimmer just above the van as the doors swing open.
Bridget will get in.
Oh yeah. Climb in.
Yeah.
Horo, maybe we throw your bike on the roof rack and we'll stick
Yeah,
together,
Yeah.
just in case.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not feeling
We should
great.
definitely stick together.
Paladin, how are you?
I want to stay, but I can't. I'm not useful with them. I can't protect her. God fucking damn it.
What Did you humming that song? Did you? This isn't funny. I look at her with my actual eyes. She fucking with, don't fuck with me, Digit. This is not funny.
I'm just like sitting in the driver's seat, like tears immediately streaming down my face, like in shock.
And that's where we'll end it for today.
No!
Good job, everyone!
How dare you possess my child? And now my friend. Fuck all the retweeters.
But Paladin, we used to have so much fun as kids. Don't you remember?
You ignored me and played video games.
Digit's now gonna become the eyes that stare back at Darby through the window. I love it. Thank
maybe
you,
the eyes were the
everyone.
journey we took along the way.
Yeah, it was the friends and eyeballs you made. Thank you everyone for
Maybe
showing
we
up.
kiss in the astral plane.
This was episode 4, so expect things to turn up for the as we get to the midway and push to that that amazing ending. Before we head off, I definitely want to give everyone here the chance to tell you where you can follow them because they are amazing. Starting with Beholder to No One.
God, my heart is racing still. Hi, I'm Nikki from Beholder to No One, a TTRPG podcast. You can find whatever I'm doing on Beholder to No One on Twitter. I will be back today at 9 p.m. for Blue Rose, and then on Sunday I will be on the Lost Caravans channel for Scout and Villainy game at 11, and on Tuesday I will be at 4 p.m. on Nerd Planer Allies, playing an evil black dragon in the final battle, potentially, while they enter my lair. So that's I'm excited. I'm so fucking excited again. And then be here for another Shadowrun game. so many things. Playing a different character that's not as punchy. But yeah, if you want to see whatever else I'm going to be on, I will post everything on Monday or Sunday or Monday, and you can see it on the page.
All right, going on over to Maori Nerd.
I'm absolutely shook from this episode, Mitch. Terrifying. But thank you so much. It was great fun. I'm Evan, aka Māori Nerd on Twitch and Twitter. I have been streaming infrequently, but I am loving God of War, my first playthrough on that at the moment. You can catch me streaming that randomly in the evenings, and I'm enjoying being part of the Shadowrun crew. I will be producing and running some Humblewood after this at the end of this season of this Shadowrun, and possibly some Alien RPG on the One More Multiverse platform as well. So keep an eye out for that, ladies. But thank you so much, loving it.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. All right, Potato, how's it going?
Oh, my stomach is cramping from just being so tense for the last however long. But doing great. I play here, but then also on High Shelf Collective, I run a D&D game. I play in a Mass Effect Cyberpunk game. We do some world building. We got some red markets coming back. We do fun one-shots with fun guests. That way. I don't know. Can't point at things.
Yeah.
I don't know. You. And yeah, that's me. And then _ potato everywhere.
Then you do cool art. Look at the art you did.
Yeah, I draw things.
Oh, snap!
Damn.
This is like the first time I've drawn things for people that aren't like actively in my game and my friends, and so it's super exciting to be like, I don't know, you guys. Here's art. Like it, please.
Yeah. It was perfect. Like, they're so cool and interesting. Definitely check out the Potato Toes and High Shelf. Definitely, I always have a good time over there. I want to go back. And then finally, I don't know if we can trust her anymore, but Chaotic Darby.
What? Little old me? I'm totally fine and absolutely still digit. You can find me on the internet as Chaotic Darby on Twitch and Twitter. You can catch me Mondays on the Critical Misses Twitch channel for a game of D&D 5th edition called Kingsguard, where we're getting into all kinds of shenaniganeries over there with my Air Genasi Bladesinger wizard, Arabella. And then Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 1 p.m. PST, you can catch me on my own Twitch channel. Again, that's Chaotic Darby. Usually just chilling and vibing and folding origami and chatting. So come roll through for those. And then Fridays, you can catch me here on this lovely Shadowrun game. And then on March 4th, you can then catch me back to back in the Blue Rose game. So yeah, keep your peepers peeled. Other than that, every other Tuesday you can catch me on Through Hollow Flames, a 5th edition D&D podcast that you can find almost anywhere you can listen to podcasts. So yeah, that's it for me.
Excellent. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I've been Mitchsbustillos. You can find me on Twitter, and I still look forward to the next game because I assure you it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah. Thank you. And of course, later tonight we have Blue Rose. Definitely check out these wonderful people. Definitely want to give a few shout outs because Addie has been Max, so kind of behind the scenes, but dear God, such a presence, and beautiful and wonderful and super talented. So make sure to check them out. Also, the additional voices provided by at Zach Meow, at BP Jinkin 123088, and at Anime Brother, who helped us round out that final scene there. We'll have it, their following and stuff underneath if you're watching on YouTube. And yeah, thank you everyone for showing up, and have a most wonderful evening. Cherish the ones that you have, and we will see you next week. Bye, everyone.
It's so